These stones were cut with precision modern machines struggle to achieve. Yet they were built by a civilization that had no steel, no wheels, and no written records. So how is this even possible? High in the Andes Mountains lies a place that should not exist. This place is called Puma Punku. At first glance, it looks like broken ruins, but a closer look changes everything. These stones are not rough or random. They are cut with extreme accuracy. Some blocks fit together like machine-made parts. Yet this site is more than 1,500 years old. The builders had no steel tools, no wheels, no modern machines. Yet the stones are cut with millimeter-level precision. Some blocks weigh more than 100 tons. They were transported across uneven ground, at an altitude where oxygen is thin. Even modern equipment struggles here. But Puma Punku was not built randomly. Its layout suggests careful planning. Every cut follows the same measurements. This raises a simple question. How did ancient people achieve this? Many stones here follow the same proportions, as if they were shaped from a single measurement system. Some surfaces are so flat they reflect light evenly, suggesting a cutting method beyond simple tools. Several blocks contain perfectly drilled holes, all matching in depth and diameter. These repeated holes show a controlled technique used across multiple stones with precision. Long, straight channels appear on some blocks, carved with accuracy difficult to explain. The H-shaped stones are the most iconic, built with interlocking cuts and sharp corners. Many of these H-blocks share identical measurements, implying a standardized, modular design. This repetition suggests planning tools or templates, though none have ever been found. How such symmetry was achieved without metal tools remains a major mystery among researchers. Some think skill alone explains the cuts, while others believe lost techniques were once known. Many blocks are carved from hard andesite stone, a material extremely difficult to shape. Even modern tools struggle with andesite, yet Puma Punku's cuts remain clean and precise. No nearby quarry matches these stones exactly, raising questions about long-distance transport. Some blocks seem to have come from miles away, across harsh and uneven terrain. Moving multi-ton stones through this landscape required extraordinary coordination. Precise placement at high altitude adds to the puzzle, showing engineering skill beyond expectation. Shaping stones at the source may explain transport, but not the smooth, perfect surfaces. Heat or softening theories exist, yet none have scientific evidence. Stone patterns hint at a larger complex, possibly extending beyond today's ruins. The organized layout suggests a functional center, though its original purpose remains unknown. Puma Punku was not an isolated structure. It was part of the larger Tiwanaku civilization, one of the most influential cultures in the ancient Andes. Tiwanaku thrived in an environment considered hostile even today. Cold temperatures, thin air, and limited resources made long-term survival extremely difficult. Yet this civilization supported large populations for centuries, suggesting advanced knowledge of agriculture, planning, and environmental adaptation. Water management played a key role in their survival. Canals and controlled flooding helped protect crops from freezing temperatures. Puma Punku may have held ceremonial importance, rather than serving as a residential center, explaining its precision and symbolic design. The site's orientation appears deliberate, possibly aligned with solar events important to Tiwanaku beliefs. Such alignments suggest the builders observed the sky carefully, tracking seasonal cycles critical for farming and survival. Despite its sophistication, Tiwanaku eventually declined. The reasons remain debated, with climate change being a leading explanation. Long droughts likely reduced food production, placing pressure on a system that depended on precise environmental balance. As resources declined, populations may have dispersed gradually, leaving ceremonial centers like Puma Punku abandoned rather than destroyed. There is no evidence of massive warfare or invasion here. The stones show no signs of violent destruction, only slow decay over time. This quiet abandonment adds to the mystery. Advanced knowledge was not lost in a single event, but faded gradually with the people themselves. Much of Tiwanaku knowledge was never written down. What we see today is only the physical evidence, missing the stories behind the stones. Without written records, archaeologists must rely on patterns, measurements, and material clues to reconstruct the past. Each discovery answers one question while raising several new ones, keeping Puma Punku an active subject of study. What makes Puma Punku unique is not just how it was built, but how much knowledge it implies. The builders clearly understood geometry, material behavior, and large-scale coordination without relying on modern technology. This challenges modern assumptions about what ancient societies were capable of achieving with limited tools. Puma Punku reminds us that technological progress does not always follow a straight line, and knowledge can disappear as easily as it emerges. The site remains unfinished in our understanding, not because answers do not exist, but because time has hidden them well. If you love mysteries like this, subscribe to the Unexplained History.